fix our sound. Well, our chat. Make it so people can actually speak up if they feel like it. I really debated which book I was going to do today, but I'm in the mood for fantasy, so that is what we're going to do. Don't know which one yet, but let's see. I think we might be doing this guy. Or maybe this guy. This guy could be a lot of fun. Let's do this guy. I do a lot of pretty creatures. It's kind of nice to do one that's a little less so. And he is neat looking. Let's see. What do we want to start with? I think we're going to start by giving him really good dark. I think we're going to do dark blue clothing because I can. Because I think I want to get kind of creative and do a mix of tans and greens for his actual skin. So the blue will kind of pop out against that without being too hard. And it kind of looks like it used to be pants. And blue is a very, very valid color choice for pants, is it not? Kind of makes you wonder if this particular, not sure if he's supposed to be an ogre or an orc or what. But looks like maybe there was a little bit more control to him at some point in time. He's got kind of the remnants of pants going on each of his legs. I'm actually a huge fan of most fantasy characters. I like when the authors tend to give them a really good personality. Not necessarily good as in kind, but good as in complete, like complexity, and even when they're a side character, they still have something easily recognized as a personality going on. And I know this guy is just a drawing, but he does seem like he's got some personality to him. Let's see. I think this will be a good color for this part. This looks like it might have been regular white cloth. I really hate when they put the layer of wax over top of pencils and crayons, and you can't just use them straight out of the box. You have to sharpen them before you can get any color to come out. And I know this is a very, very pale color, but there should still be color. Hi, Lori, how we doing? I am actually doing really, really well. My partner got home way earlier than we were expecting. So that was a really pleasant surprise. Hi, Luis. No, I did not. This is a coloring book. I actually got this one from Walmart. And the artist's name, I will remember it eventually, but to be fair, it's not a short name. Silvio Francesco is the name of the artist for this book. No bad to it. It was a reasonable question. I am always happy to recognize the people who do the artwork because I can color really, really well, but I never could draw. I always wished I could, but I respect the heck out of people who have the imagination and talent to create things that kind of come to life on the page like that. This one I spent a little bit more on. I think it was like right at 15. Sometimes I go for the bargain. Sometimes I go for the I really, really, really want that. And the cover of this really caught my attention because, I mean, how do you resist the sparkly dragon? So I have no regrets. I've really had a good time with this, and the artwork is just incredible. So I really feel like I will get my money's worth out of it, especially considering I got this one pretty much specifically for lives. So you can see we've had some that we've already done and some that I really look forward to doing. You have got to be kidding me. These are brand new pencils. Why does that feel like that wobbly pen? Wobbly top again. Nope, we're just going to use it until it falls apart. How about that? If he is wobbly, it is what it is. And I know this isn't putting a ton of color down, but bandages usually aren't super high in color. So I want it to kind of look like it maybe used to be white, and now it's just kind of off-colored. That is definitely wobbling on me. That is going to annoy the heck out of me until it just breaks, and there's nothing I can do about it until then. There it went. I knew I felt it. But I finally invested in something, so I don't have to completely reposition just to sharpen. So I thought about getting an electronic one, but I don't know. I kind of like the satisfaction that comes with sharpening. Almost there. There we go. Or maybe not. This is why we don't buy cheap pencils. But we still need it to actually come to a decent point so that I can finish the, like, quarter of one bandage that I still have left to do. Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do. To be fair, this is the first one out of that I've actually had problems with right off the bat. Well, thank you for that. I definitely appreciate it. We are gearing up around here. I don't know if Lori, if you're still here, if you live in the path of that wonderful storm system we have coming through this weekend. But we've been joking around this house because we moved out of New York. That the New York weather just missed us and decided it needed to come visit. So I think we're going to combine these two colors to do him. And I just realized I forgot to turn my Do Not Disturb on, so hopefully that didn't interrupt you guys too much. It happens. I'm human. Oh yeah, that's going to be about perfect for the base color. And just to kind of show you guys what I'm thinking, this is what he'll look like once I combine the two colors. This just kind of odd greenish brown tone that is decidedly not human, but cool. I definitely like that. I think we're definitely going to go with that. Oh, you got 3 inches already. So you definitely live west of me then, I'm guessing. Either that or you live way north of me. Because we got some rain today and a little bit of sleet, but nothing too bad. Thank you, love. My amazing partner brought my groceries in for me. I am not a fan of grocery shopping, so if I can, I get them delivered. You can call it lazy, and I won't correct you on that one, because it is a little bit lazy, but I am not ashamed of that fact. I've worked retail for so many years that if I can avoid shopping, I do. Oh, so you're just gonna get rocked then, so I'm guessing. We are not accustomed to the snow out here as much. Well, we are, my partner and I. And absolutely it does help lower the impulse buys. I am definitely bad about those. You can go spoil the babies. So my partner is going through my my purchases, and I actually got something that the birds absolutely love, which is sugar snap peas. So he's going to go give them those and see what they do with them. We are always a little excited the day he gets home. I'm definitely liking this color combo for him. He's definitely got some muscles to him, doesn't he? Let's go ahead and green up this part, because why not? See, I want him to have that green tone, but I'm not trying to go like turn the fantasy creature into the Marvel creature and make him look like the Hulk. So we want green tinged, not fully green. Got nothing against the Hulk, I'm just not trying to color him today. Oh, excuse me. My voice just kind of went for a second there. I have a feeling he might take me a little while to get fully colored in. There is a lot of ogre here, which I'm still kind of on the fence between, would you call this an ogre or an orc? He could be either one, or maybe some combination. And there is an odd little part of me that is debating if I should darken his nipple or just let it blend in the way it is currently, since they took the time to actually draw it. We love mythology in this house, which is where a huge number of our animal names came from. We have Loki, for one, which is a Marvel character, a video game character, and also a mythological god of chaos, which a very spoiled Mastiff mix will bring epic quantities of chaos to your life in all the best ways. We have Odin and Freya and Apollo, our kittens, who are also all gods in mythology. Also pop up in movies and video games fairly often. And then we have Kratos, the bearded dragon, who is straight from a video game. One you probably would know would be Gizmo, one of my chinchillas. Most people know where that name came from. And that was actually a running joke when we first got him, going through all of the things you can and cannot do with a chinchilla. Of course, the joke of don't feed him after midnight came out, and there came the name. And then the newest cat that we're still working on taming, Bagheera, is another one that a lot of people know, especially if you're a Disney fan. You know where I got Bagheera. Or if you're a classic reader, you might also know where I got Bagheera. But that is a character from the Jungle Book. And the fact that he is a very large black cat is how he got that name. And then we have Calliope, which is one of the muses. Another mythological name. And that is one of my teals. And Zelda, one of the Conyers, is, well, from the video game. We have fun with it. And Deimos, our blind cat, is another god of that is a god of fear, which, go figure, he's the one that has panic attacks and runs over faces. But to be fair, if I was learning how to be blind after being sighted for my whole life, I would probably have a panic attack or two myself. That's awesome. I think naming a pet is a process that everybody should take their time with and enjoy. And definitely names that mean something to their people. I also forgot Mistra, my tortie kitten. That's a Magic the Gathering name from my amazing partner. I didn't know that one, but I went looking once he picked the name, so that I'd kind of have some idea who it was. And then there are some that came with their names, like Peanut and Sweetie Pie. Sunny got named because it just fits his personality. Hello, Ever. How we doing? Blind pets are special. I really genuinely believe, well, any special needs pet, really, but I don't know. There is something about watching an animal confidently walk face first into something that is special on a different level. And mine, he does confidently face plant into things on a pretty regular basis. A lot of times it is the floor because he's absolutely certain that he has more space to walk than he does, and he'll walk like right off the bed. Face plant into the floor, the poor thing. And the tendency to face plant into walls is why we keep him mostly in his room that he knows, where he's less likely to accidentally injure himself. Ooh, I kind of like that for those. Okay. Ideas forming. We'll just skip going over them with the green. Except for on this foot where we already did, we'll just go dark. And then I just have to do his face. I haven't figured out what color we're making his hair yet. That's why we've skipped over that a little bit. He's a mess, but we love him very, very much. And he is the only pet that gets to actually sleep in the bed, so he gets spoiled a lot, a lot. I feel like I've definitely used the heck out of these two pencils. That's awesome. The other ducks step in and keep them in line. See, my other cats are all not in the house proper because they like to hunt things and I like my birds intact. But they have the run of my workshop and another storage room that we've got. So they have easy access to get in out of the cold and rain and things like that. The weather that's coming. That none of them were planned. All of them just kind of showed up. Or ended up being born here because their mom just showed up. Felt like the green was a good color for the eyes. You really can't see the eyes all that much, but a little bit of color is not a bad thing. Can't forget this ear over here. And this one here. And I think we're going to do just a little bit of the green in the hair, but we're going to come over it with a much darker brown. So it might get hidden, it might not. I don't know how that's going to work out. And this is, I don't feel like having color all over my finger today, but let's just soften him out a bit. If you don't believe me that works, just to blend the colors a bit. Just kind of evens out some of the pencil strokes, not all of them, but a little bit. And just kind of blends the colors a little bit more convincingly. Let's see, I kind of want, oops, sorry guys, I did not mean to whack into you like that. Well, if I could get hold, I'd be all right. It's another one that does definitely have that kind of waxy thing going on, but we're getting the color through it. So when the colors are too dark or too light, it's really hard to get them to show through. But a little bit dark, it kind of works. Sounds like they might be fighting over a pea pod. There we go. I could have gone darker, I think. But that is the great thing with these things is I can just come in and go really, really heavy. I'm really having to work a lot harder than I should to get this pencil to give me color. But we're getting there, aren't we? Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And since I have that handy, actually, no, I want a darker brown for that. I don't know if that's darker or not, but it looks like it might work. I have no idea why I'm holding the pencil like that, but that was uncomfortable, so we're not going to do that. There we go. I don't know how much time we're going to spend on the background. I mean, he could be. It's weird that the yellow and the green and the gray brown made that look almost reddish. But honestly, I don't hate it, so I'm not complaining. I rather like that brown for the belt. Now I just need some metallic tones and to decide what color that's going to be. That kind of looks like it would be like a stone he found at some point or something. I think we're going to go just a good old-fashioned bright red for that. Because why not? Why not give him a little pop of color, right? Maybe he found it and stuck it on there himself. You never know. Or maybe he stole the belt from somebody very fancy. There we go. I totally didn't just grab the first metallic tone I saw. Really, I swear. Don't know who believes me on that one, but sometimes you just gotta go with the easy answer. I cannot believe we've been at this for a half an hour already. Today is going quick, guys. I am not even mad about it, though. I'm kind of debating. You know what? We're going to go very light with it. But we're going to give him... More than anything, it gives the color, but it gives that little bit of a shimmer like they might be wet. And we finally have him done. Now we got to figure out what colors his surroundings are. I'm not a big, let's make the big spaces super strong colors person, so we're into the point where it'll be a lot of suggestions of color. Just because I feel like background can get overwhelming if you go too strong with the coloring. But at the same time, we can... I just don't like how... There we go. I did not like how obvious the pencil strokes were right there. It was going to bother me. I had to fix it. There we go. It kind of looks like a sandy kind of dirt. I don't see any signs of grass under him, so just a light tan I think is an appropriate color to choose. And then we're going to do some back here, but we're also going to go back over with grays to create a little bit more depth, because it's not all one color behind him. It's not all one look. If I had to guess, I'd say he's in a mountainous kind of area. But this gives us a baseline to work with. I don't know what's up with that. Had my hand sitting very strangely for a second there. Now, I'm not being a perfectionist with this because, as I said, it is simply a base color. We're going to be coming over it with a few different tones just to give it a little bit more life, a little bit more interest. But I want that base tone down so that we've got something to work with. And now, let's play with gray. How many different shades of gray can we lay down on one picture? Here we go. Once again, brand new pencil, being uncooperative. Don't feel like sharpening it, so we're just going to scratch it off a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just need it to lay down a little bit of color here and there. Just basically adding interest at this point. We're not trying to go crazy. We're not trying to overshadow the ogre that we spent all of our time on. But we do want some color. Some differences in the background. And I turned the pencil. I don't know why I turned the pencil, but I turned the pencil. There we go. That's a little bit of the first gray in there. Some sharpeners just have a really great sound. And this is one of them. It's a weird thing, but hey. I never claimed to be normal. We're just gonna once again come in and just add interest and depth in a few spots. Doesn't have to be a lot. Doesn't have to be crazy. We're just trying to make it look like the background wasn't a complete afterthought, basically. Even if I did kind of forget that I had a background to do a point or two in the process. We're going to pretend I didn't, right? We're going to do something neat with that here in just a second with my towel. Basically, all I'm doing right now is giving him a little bit of a shadow because why not? Because we can. And because I think I'm almost done. I think if we do too much more with the background, we're going to get a little overbearing, and that's not what we were going for. We've created a scenario where there's at least a few differences back there. So now, once again, handy dandy paper towel, just to soften up a few of these spots. Kind of blend them in, make it look a little bit there we go. I don't know how much of the difference you guys get to see, but there we go. That still hadn't softened up enough for me. But I think we are actually finally done with this guy. So I am going to stop there. And barring anything crazy happening, I should be on tomorrow. So I don't know what we'll do yet, but we have plenty of books, so we will do something. And I will talk to you guys next time.